Yo, what's up? This is Jaae Musiq, and right now you rocking with DJ Pest.
What's up, man?
What's good? What's good? How you doing?
I'm good, champion. You over there getting a lot accomplished. I see you got a project on the way.
I do. A little mixtape coming June 2nd called Timestamp. On the way.
What mixtape number is this? Is your first one or this like the second one?
This is my first mixtape. I have one EP. This will be my first mixtape, and I have 4 albums.
Oh yeah, you ain't new to this.
Yeah, nah. I've been doing this for like 2.5 years now.
Wait. Okay, you've been doing it for 2.5 years, but you've already released more content than people that's been doing this for like 8 years.
Hey, I mean, this is my passion. You feel me? And honestly, I'm the type of artist that like I just go based off whatever moves me in that moment, whatever connects to me in that moment. This mixtape was not planned. I had maybe 2 or 3 songs off of this tape recorded, and just caught this vibe and just started flowing. And before I knew it, I had a tape in front of my eyes.
The last showcase event you came to, you performed. You did the Nicki Minaj joint, but
Yeah,
you remember what the second song was?
yeah, 316. That's actually gonna be on the tape.
I want to say, where is that at?
316 is available now. It's everywhere. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, wherever you listen to music, it's available.
Yeah, that joint.
316.
Yeah, that joint was knocking. I like that one. You make a lot of music. You got a very good stage presence. You make things hard when it comes to the competition aspect of it because you're always, if you're not the winner, you're like second. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
And I mean, the first time I met you, I think you probably been to maybe 4 shows, throughout the time. And it's like
Yeah.
everyone, I didn't know you were going to go that hard when I said, "What's up? My name is DJ Pest."
Hey, I've been on the stage ever since I was maybe about 5 or 6. So being on the stage is nothing new to me. I started singing. Everyone thought I was gonna be a singer, and ironically ended up being a rapper. But yeah, the stage is nothing new to me. It's a second home for me. So when I'm up there, the only thing, my only focal point is to demand that crowd attention. You know what I mean? Like you gonna know I'm on this stage, regardless if you've heard me or not. You gonna know.
So when it comes to you completely switched genres. So when you started off singing, what made you go towards rap?
Nikki has always been my biggest inspiration. Just as a music consumer, I've been following her since like maybe '08, '09. So just knowing what I wanted to hear as a music consumer, just really just converted into being an artist. Just knowing what I want to hear, so I know what I want to deliver. You know what I mean? It really just is based off my inspiration for me.
And you have a lot of inspiration behind you on your wall.
Yeah, this is definitely.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So needless to say, I'm going to ask you who are your top three. I'm pretty sure Nicki is one.
Yeah, Nicki's number one. Big Sean and Tyler the Creator are my top three.
That's a very interesting. For one, shout out to you for just getting right to it. Usually people, let me think. You already knew. Like you, I feel like this question didn't need to be asked because you've already answered it so many times.
For sure, for sure.
What about Big Sean that would put you as number two? Put him as number two.
Very metaphorical.
Mm-hmm.
Who loves to pick at people's brains, and I think that that's just what I love to do. I'm not an ABC 1 2 3 rapper, you know. Um, so in any way that I can, I'm always trying to find ways to use a word 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times. Make people think. Go back and have to listen a couple times, or even when you every time you listen, each time you listen, you catch something new. Like longevity. That's like he has longevity in his music, and it's raw. So Big Sean is definitely one of my.
We talking about you started, singing.
Mhm.
What was the exact moment when you was like, no, I know you said Nicki. I know you said like that's some of the inspirations you get. But what was the exact moment that you were like, nah, did you hear something? Did you see something? When did it just go right to rap?
Um, so it's funny. I have this little like a docu vlog series that I started putting out, just kind of giving people like an insight as to like the process of all of my projects and how it all comes together. So the first episode kind of shows me in 2020 really trying to write and really trying to get something together. But I think once I moved out of my mom's crib, I just started growing, and I wrote my first freestyle and I rapped it back to myself over a beat, and it just was. I knew in that moment that it was time for me to really like shift gears. You know,
Do you still know it by heart?
I do. I think I know it by heart still,
Okay, all right. One day I'm gonna test you on that. One
for
day.
sure.
Where you from?
Phoenix, Arizona,
Dang.
Mesa to be.
This is so me moving it to Maya. Was that good for you?
Shit. I mean, I travel. I don't mind. You know, I'll get
Yeah.
it. I'll get it. I'll fit in. But being at Maya's is only maybe 5 to 6 minutes away from me. It's not far.
I get some people like, man, why you moving out so far? But then I get people like you. It's like, yo, bro, that's right around the corner. So this is actually better.
I mean, it is what it is. When you were further out, you know, I'm willing. And artists don't complain about cover fees, travel, none of that. Like none of that. You know what I mean? Like right now, I there's a show I did at this place called Founding Fathers in Chandler,
Mm-hmm.
and I was one of the winners. So they picked 6 winners, and I was one of them. So we're flying. They're flying us out to Chicago for finals. Um, you know, well, I shouldn't say they're flying us out, but you know, it's all travel and hotel and all that stuff is on you. And this is my second time doing that, so I just feel like the dedication and the grind is real. I don't feel like, regardless if you move to Surprise, I'm gonna be there. You know, it's a show. Like it's exposure. It's a growth period that we're in as an upcoming artist. All of us. So.
You making it hard because you ain't stopping at no red lights. You running all you just you just going. I literally was on your Instagram page a few days ago. I'm like, I saw all the stuff that you know, the other shows you were performing at. Then I saw the EP cover. You already changed it to your avatar. Well, from the photo shoot, it looked like you use a picture for your new avatar. So you're already in promo mode for that. How do you go about promoting your projects? Because you seem to have I don't know in quantity how large your fan base is, but I do see some dedicated fans. So
Yeah.
how do you move about that? Like what do you do to get more fans? How did you get the fans in the first place?
So when I first started back in 2020, well, I released my first joint in 2021. So I did a Best on Earth remix, and after that, I did a Kiss Me More remix from Doja Cat. So doing those two songs honestly got me exposure from like places I can't even pronounce. Like, so that's just kind of where it started, and then I dropped the EP a few months later. But those two remixes really is what got me in the door. Like people from like the UK, Europe, and Nigeria DMing me like, "Yo, this is good. This is good." Hearing it back now is like it's so cringy to me to the point where I took it down. You know what I mean? Because I'm so about quality. But that's kind of how I got that built, and then just doing shows was really what got people to you know was interested in me. And as far as like gaining new fans, it's really just doing live stuff. But promoting, I'm a one man team. Like I do this all myself, on my artworks, on my track list, on my distributing. Everything is on me. I do everything myself. So I'm just really, again, being a music consumer for so long as a kid. It's just what you want to see, and what you want as a fan, and you know what I mean. So now being an artist is just like roles are flipped. Now I know what I want to give and how I want to give it, and so I just take my little photo shoot and start promoting, start teasing. There's another set of pictures that I haven't even put out there yet. But yeah, that's
Are you
really
projects in? Like is this one coming out and you're already working on the next one or a lot of the stuff you already
it's like I'm working on an album and a mixtape at the same motherfucking time.
Okay.
For real, because this tape I'm dropping in June is just a slight taste of what I'm getting this summer. There's still gonna be like a little 3 or 4 tracked EP or tape, whatever you want to call it, coming out maybe like August. It's gonna be like Afrobeat, definitely different from everything that I've put out before. So this tape was just really me trying different shit, you know what I mean, and just having fun with
What does it
summers.
take for you to get into the studio to make music?
Once I hear that verse and I say it back, that shit just gasses me. It fires me to want to get into studio. So, I stick to the same engineer. I've been sticking to the same engineer since I've been doing music. So I hit him up and be like, yo, where you at? Let me slide. Whether it's at his crib, he comes to my crib, or I go to the studio. It don't matter. But it's really when I hear when I see the finished product or I can visualize it, that's what fuels me to get in the studio for real.
I've been in Arizona for about 10 years. You just started making music uh 3 years ago. We'll just say 3 years ago because we're gonna look back at this in January. How do
Right.
you view? Because you don't you don't seem like a person really worried about this city, this market. You seem like Phoenix. I know you're born and raised here now, but it's just like this city really doesn't hold you back or lift you up. You kind of you stand, by yourself. So, do you view this
Yeah.
community of hip hop in a certain way? Is it something missing? Is it something that you wish it had, or does it have everything you need?
I'll say Arizona specifically. We don't have a sound. We don't have a we don't have our own sound. So um, and I just feel like Arizona's really one of the states where we have a lot of those. I woke up and I want to be a rapper today type of rappers. There's a difference between an artist and a rapper. So I don't know. I don't. I'm thankful and I'm grateful for from where I'm from and what I got from here. But I just know that this isn't the place for me. I mean, I get more support and love out of state than I do in my own state.
That's about anywhere. I mean, as good as I was in Michigan, the love I received from not being in Michigan is just overwhelming. Like I don't know, it's something about somebody liking you. I think jealousy hinders them from celebrating. You know what I'm saying, the next person. But yeah, it's always love. Even when I was in New York, the love I had got in New York, knowing that I'm never probably coming back here for the rest of the year, was the best experience I've had in like my hip hop year. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, but Phoenix does not have a sound, but I also think that's one of the golden things about it. Because it's just all these different things. I think the culture missing is the more important. Where the fuck is that at type? Thing.
And I agree. But I also feel like if people were not so worried about trying to sound like the last or the next, I feel like we would have a pretty solidified sound in Arizona. Like I think it's and it sounds crazy to say it, but it's a little too diverse. You can't get diverse if there's no standard, if there's no like set. I feel like once there's diversity, it's because it's being built off of a normal, a standard, a regular. Something that we all know. So I think if people take time, artists specifically take time to study their selves and their sound. I'm still finding my sound and trying to figure out how to deliver in the mic and stuff. I still struggle with that, but I
Really?
do, I do, I do.
What do you notice that you want to get better at? On the stage, you seem to command the stage pretty well. That's why I'm shocked that you say that.
Yeah, no. So when I'm in the booth, it's just like I'm a perfectionist when it comes to my music. So down to enunciation, leveling, quality. Like I need everything to be right. So I feel like when I hear my music back, sometimes I feel like I sound soft or I'm not saying it hard enough. Like the delivery is just not there. So that's something that I'm still struggling with. I've definitely gotten better over the past 2 to 3 years, but I can hear the growth and I know that I'm headed that way, but I know I can sound better. And so if y'all are hearing this and thinking like, nah, like this sounds good. No, I'm still pushing this on even better. So it's like,
Yeah, I think getting better is always gonna be in somebody's mind, but I wouldn't have known that if you didn't just say that. I like how you interact with the people. I like how you command that they listen to you. You don't do nothing crazy. I can't stand when artists get on stage. They be like, "Yo, out there in the back, come inside." You know what I'm saying? But for the people that you're performing for, I like how you get their attention.
for
Um,
sure. I definitely
yeah,
I don't know. I don't feel like even as a person in my everyday life, I don't gotta do too much or get too loud to get my point across to you. Like, you know what I mean? So when I'm on stage, it's the same thing. I'm here, my music speaks for itself. Me being on stage performing it is just a plus. So it's like I'm gonna demand that attention, you know what I mean? Because it's like I'm here and y'all gonna know.
What's a better feeling for you? Somebody listening to your music that you don't know, or you seeing somebody react to you performing on stage?
I think seeing somebody react to me, because it's like that's that human to human contact, that that interaction. I can see you live for what that reaction was for real, as opposed to I'm at home kicked up in the bed, I play your song, I'm reacting, but you don't know. I just text you or I'll hit you like, yo, this song was good, but I didn't really feel your energy or I didn't see your. So I definitely prefer to see someone's reaction, personally.
And what is your best show? What's the best show you ever done?
Based off of
You want that night to happen again? It was just too lit.
damn. The first thing that comes to mind is when I opened up for Kirk Banks on Halloween.
This past Halloween.
Yeah, this past Halloween.
Where was that
That was
at?
at a Varsity Tavern in Mill Ave.
Ooh, ooh.
Uh,
On the second floor.
on the yeah, yep,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah. It
Okay.
was lit. That was probably like that was one of the best experiences.
It was the lights in that bass though.
Yo, that's what I'm saying. I'm at a point now where I need to start doing bigger shows. You know what I mean? So traveling to Chicago for this show is like something I need. You know what I mean? Traveling or doing shows that have bigger stages, or I need to start finding that, because I feel like I've surpassed a certain era of myself and my come up where I'm not where I used to be. Like I'm, you know, tapping into different shit and evolving as an artist. So I would like my show to reflect that as well.
Yeah, I noticed that. I always try to. I never try to promote Rock the Mic Wednesdays as something that's not. To me, when I first came up with it, with me being a creator, with me making music, with me producing, I always would perform after practice. Like me and the old people I used to be with back home, we would be in the garage, 20 degrees outside, practicing our set just so we can perform somewhere. So I always thought that it would be dope for artists to come together, network, and then use that stage as practice. But even I am like, damn, I need big ass speakers in here. I need some lights. I need, you know what I'm saying? Like I need some fog, some smoke, because that I went to go see Baby Keem. I think that's the best example where I'm trying to lead to. I went to go see Baby Keem perform at the what's that? The Marquee in Tempe.
Tempe.
Man, he had nothing but three screens. There was a screen here, a screen at an angle, another screen at an angle, and just like a light and some fog. And that was the most amazing shit I ever seen in my life. It was to the point. What's if your eyes can't see something, you get seizures.
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
It's to the point like if you had that condition, I can't think of the name of it, I don't know why, but if you had that condition, it's probably going to be the worst experience you ever had in your life. But for somebody that really pays attention to just how the light cues and the words in the background, I would love to be able to do that every single time I perform.
Yeah, see, I've been saying recently, like, me doing music is just the start. Like, the goal is so much bigger than music. You know what I mean? Like, mogul status is the goal here. Like, but I have to start here. I have to build the foundation first. So, doing these shows, I sit in my room and I'll come up with the whole like tour treatment of how I visualize it. You know what I mean? Like, I want my production to be big. Once I get to that point, as an artist, I want to have creative control over everything. That's creative control to me is one of the biggest things, and I feel like that's if you go on my artist pages on Spotify or Apple, you don't see an appears on section. Like I don't feature on other people's music, but that's just because of creative control, or of people not necessarily um, wanting to release it because certain somebody did better than a certain somebody. You feel me? So I feel like creative control is my biggest thing. So yeah, when it comes to shows, I definitely see big, big, big shows. I'm about to go see Beyonce in August, so I know.
Yeah, we all going to go see Beyonce in August. Yeah, I'm going for sure. Yeah,
Yeah, no, I'll
yeah.
be in a Club Renaissance. I'll be at the little circle pit.
You really in the beehive, like you.
Yeah, it was a pretty $800 section, but
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But I'm going. She's one of. I like seeing her perform. I like seeing Kendrick perform. Um, I think that's really it. I like Drake as an artist, but the concerts don't never. It ain't upper echelon, top shelf. You know what I'm saying? But it's just something about them lights and the choreography and the whole stage presence that Beyonce and Kendrick bring every single time they bless the stage. And I like taking notes from stuff like that
That's
too.
what I'm saying. I just went to go see somebody else that I can say too. I just went to go see the Weeknd last August at the State Farm Stadium. So he was in a he was in a pretty big stadium, but that show was like next level. And I go to concerts. Concerts is my thing for real. Outside of music, that's my hobby. It's like if I ain't writing music, I'm at somebody else's show. But Katy Perry production on her 2017 tour. I don't remember the name of it, but the production at that tour to this day, I have not seen anybody,
That can compare.
yeah, top that. And
Yeah,
like it was crazy, crazy, crazy. Like I and so
I'm gonna check it out. You said 2017.
17, I think it's called the Witness Tour. Witness Tour. That shit is insane.
I don't know more so now the older I get, but Jay-Z has always been my favorite artist. But because of the band, and I just feel like he relied so much on the band, I didn't like his concerts as
Mm-mm.
much. I want to hear it how I heard it. I don't want to hear like the saxophone and the drummer playing "Dirt Off His Shoulder." I want to hear "Dirt Off His Shoulder."
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
kind of my
so
thing sometimes with live music. Like, there's a specific 808 or a specific, hi hat or something that just hits you when you listen to the song that you want to hear live.
yeah, yeah. Sometimes these artists, it's interesting because you have so many artists take that route, then you had the artists take the production route, and I'm just more on the production side. And it sounds so good hearing that. I thought it was just me.
Yeah,
You know, I talk to a lot of artists, and I try to find out what's their goal, like what's the one thing you want to accomplish, and some of them don't really say too much anything, but it seemed like you want that Super Bowl
yeah,
halftime show. You know what I'm saying? Like you want that real production thing that's gonna make you a legend. And that's good. And I like that coming from a career that's so short. You know, like you have so much time to get that to happen for yourself. Um, so yeah, I'm a fan. I I try my hardest. Man, I try my hardest to not say nothing at these shows. I try my hardest because it's really hard for me. If I say anything to somebody and they win, then I helped them. I know them personally. If I say anything, if I don't say something, it's a problem. Why you ain't tell me nothing? Why you ain't critiquing me? The last $500 challenge. I can say it now. It's 2 weeks in the can, so I can say it. That last $500 challenge thing was so hard for me, so hard, and it wasn't hard because I didn't know who to pick. It was hard because I had judges do the picking for me.
hmm
And because I had judges do the picking for me, I refused to critique. I made my suggestions on who I would want to see, you know what I'm saying, get called. But man, it's like the judges were judging. I'm like, what the fuck do you see in this? You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you picking this person? And they were like, well, because he was rapping. I'm like, so nobody else was rapping? Or they was like, well, because I ain't believe what this person was saying. I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. We have 3 artists that went berserk on the stage. You know what I'm saying? And y'all picking people that really the winner was the winner. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't really too argumentative about the winner, but just the runners up and how people were doing their thing. It's just so hard, bro.
it's things like that. Um, Again, I go back to there's a difference between a rapper and an artist. Uh, 9 times out of 10, there's art rappers on that stage. They're not artists. Um, all that hoopla, yelling, screaming, jumping on the table, and is it's not it's not the flex people think it is, and so it's like it make things like that make it harder for artists to really go up there and do their thing. And it's like to me, I think a lot about song. Like I know you notice I always kind of send my songs late if I'm gonna show. But that's because I sit down and I really think like, damn, I try to fill out the vibe. Like, what do I think the vibe tonight is gonna be? You know what I mean? I don't really know what people are gonna feel, but I kind of struggle with whether performing songs that are more bar heavy or performing songs that are more of a hype. You know what I mean? Because it's like I perform the bar heavy, you know what I mean, and the beat is hard, but because it's so bar heavy, you know what I mean, it's a lot to digest. But then I feel like the songs that are like hype, I don't know. It's just it's really hard to choose what to perform, you know, because you don't really know how people are going to receive it. And so that's why like the last show that I did, those two songs I tried, like I never do these shows for competition. I never do these shows to win. Like I don't
And I'm glad about that. That makes me feel so warm and fuzzy
yeah,
inside.
like I couldn't care less. Like it is what it is. Like I'm doing this so that months from now, years from now, people will look back and be like, damn, he's always been putting in the work regardless of what it is. He's been there. Like I don't care about the competition. That's why I even said when I won the 100, like I don't do this for this. Like I just it's a passion.
Let me tell you how that became. So mind you, the Big Sean, we know the Big Sean situation. We know about the Deja Love situation and all this stuff that happened to me when I was younger. When I was back home in Michigan, I would do these ciphers, and Jay would be standing in the center, and literally it'd be 30 people standing around you. You'll just be in a circle, almost like a mosh pit starting. I moved out here, and I never seen anything close to that. And I mean, this is naturally Monday. This is a Monday. You know what I'm saying? This ain't even like some real hip hop shit. It's just everybody knew where to come, exercise they passion. So I was sitting with somebody that I get advice from because he's been here, and he was like, yo, back home where he's from, they used to always give away money. Every week they give away money. And the reason why I was going through that because I couldn't find good artists. I couldn't find artists that was somewhat taking this serious. So he gave me that idea to start giving away a cash prize to kind of like bring a lot of people out. And then I did the 100 for like 2 years. You know what I'm saying? So at this point, I didn't gave away $2,400. Then it got more than that. I'm tripping. Then it got to the point where I was like, I need more. So then I did the $500 challenge. And believe it or not, that the first $500 challenge I did out here in Arizona, I mean, it was crowded. It was a place in Tempe called the Bench Bar. It's not open no more. I don't know what it's called now. But it was just really crowded, and to see everybody reacting to it and blah, 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 it was cool. But my intention always was to give away this money as an appreciation. I don't know if you noticed this, but I make it my duty to never announce. Like, you can come in and do the same song, get the same reaction 2 weeks in a row, but I would only pay you for 1 week. I would only prize you for 1 week because I'm trying to get at money just to show you how to keep working. It's not. I don't care about who's the champion, who's been winning 7 weeks in a row. This ain't what that's for. But now it's getting to the point again. It's getting to that point again where I ain't feeling it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't feeling it. I meet a lot of people like you. I meet a lot of artists like you that are like, yo, I'm just really in this bitch trying to turn up and work on what I've been working on back home or in the studio. But I'm afraid that if I remove the money, then I'll lose like some of those people that come, because who want to perform in front of nobody?
That's what I'm saying. There's shows I've been to your shows where you weren't giving away money and I was performing. Like I feel like if you do that, that right there will weed out the rappers and the artists, and you have nothing to worry about moving forward. Because right now,
We gonna work on that. We gonna work on that because what this conversation we've had for 30 minutes, I want to work on a show with you just because I want to put together a show that has like production. I'm talking about if we don't own it, let's rent lights, like let's get real speakers, and then just pick like you pick 4 artists, I pick 4 artists, you include it, you know what I'm saying? So that make 9 total, and we just put together like a show, record that shit, like audio patched in and everything, and distribute, like show people that a show. Because I don't think artists. I see it done. I'm not saying this is impossible. I've never seen it done before, but I don't see artists putting together their own show, like their own
and
thing.
see right now, I'm I'm in the talks with somebody, another artist, about doing a show for around Halloween because, and so maybe we can all.
Yeah, I would love that. I would really love that. I want to be a part of something that changes the landscape of things because it's we showcased out in Arizona.
Yeah, nothing moves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, nothing moves, and we got this thing where I'm trying to bring these people from out of state. But even then, when I went to New York, please whoever's watching this, don't make it seem like I'm sitting there shitting on my thing. But I asked myself while in New York, damn, was this really worth it for the people that what I'm saying spent their last? They spent their last. That plane ticket, bare minimum, was $300, $400. Hotel room, bare minimum, 2 nights you stayed there, $500. And you went out there and you performed. And then what? Like, what happened? Like, did your life change? Was it worth the drive?
That is my point right there. I'm slowly starting to not do shows anymore for that reason. It's like exposure out here, I got it. You know what I mean? Like people, I'm at a point where people kind of know who I am in my own city, my own state. But I don't know. I just like I'm quick to hop on shows that are out of state or that I know that are bigger production for reasons like that because it's like I feel like I'm getting something out of it. You know what I mean? Even if I'm getting my show recorded, like my performance recorded, you know what I mean? That's content for me to go back and edit and I can put on my YouTube channel. Things that I feel like I can get out of certain shows and things that I feel like I can't get out of certain shows. So yeah.
Yep. I want to put together. I just did an interview with two other people before you, and I was talking to them about the same thing. I would like to really have a big round table about creating some sort of union that protects the artist's best
Yeah.
interests. Because it needs to be like this FUBU thing or for us by us thing, where whatever we get ourselves into, it's beneficial.
Right. Right.
Because there's a lot of I can be put in that category too, just because of how I'm perceived and how I'm looked at. But it just gets to the point where I think it's at right now, where the promoter is just appearing to the artist as somebody to make money off of. Yeah, and it's getting a little tasteless, you know what I'm saying? Because you got people that fail at they can't throw a party to save their lives, so they fall back on doing showcases. So their interest is not for you, it's just to get money.
So I've never truly understood. I guess I do a little bit, but I never understood the concept of charging an artist over like $300, $400 to perform at your show. Like I'm bringing my people to your show. You charging me 300, $400, $500 to perform for a 5, 10 minute slot, and then again, what am I gaining out of that? You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's part of the reason why, like the a certain promoter, certain festival has been trying to get me to perform, and I'm cool. I'm good. Like I don't see anything coming out of it. I see the same people performing there every year. Um, it's a lot of ass kissing going on behind the stage, and a lot of So it's just things like that that I observe and I see before I even. But yeah, I'm good off of things like that. Like when it's a $15 charge, a $10 charge, a 20, 25, 30, whatever, reasonable, you know what I mean? And reasonable slot times and something comes out of it. So it's like even if nobody wins your shows, they're still being taped. Like you still tape majority of your shows.
Yeah, man, I do a lot. I try to make sure I do a lot. I don't know if you noticed it, but I take all your audio, I play them on a radio station, and that's how a lot of these artists start to build relationships with other people. You notice when I announce you, I put you specifically, I put you at the beginning of my video in New York, so the people that are from New York can see you. That's why I did that. I don't know if you ever caught on to that,
Where was that? Where could I?
it was the recap video I did when I came back from New York. I was talking about how tired I was.
Okay, and I'm
And
talking about.
yeah, I did that so the people that don't stay here can see you. I tagged you to it and everything, so that could be my way of Yeah, I'll send it to you when we get off the line. But yeah, I did that on purpose because I was trying to, find another way. I never really been a person like, all right, come perform and you don't get nothing from it. In my mind, like you, I had this big production. I want this stuff to stream the next day. I would like for y'all to get paid royalties. I would like for y'all to get. That's why I offer. I don't care about the cash prize part, but that's why I also say, like, if you bring people, we'll just split the bread in half.
Right, right.
You know what I'm saying? You supposed to. I know you're not supposed to do it for the money. Like, consciously, I know that. But this is me being realistic. We need money. You know what I'm saying? Like, we got to make something off of this. We putting so much in and you're not getting nothing in return. You start questioning, why am I even doing it?
See, so like the founding fathers promoters, how they kind of go based off their slot is for every 5 supporters you bring, it's a song you perform. So 20, 40, 60, 80, 100. That's $100 right there. You get to perform a song. You bring another 5. That's a second song. You know what I mean? So basically, your supporters are paying for your slot. So I feel like if you do something of similar.
Yeah, and that's what I did in New York. So we got the tour that we're doing. We're doing that. But I don't know, man. I be doubting. I'm being real with you. Like, I like this platform because at this point now I can have a real conversation and just, hey, if I said it, I said it. You said it, you said it. Let's put it out. But I be having so much. I be having issues because I don't be thinking the artist can do it, and I be feeling like they be feeling defeated. And once they feel defeated, then they just stop showing their faces. I've seen so many people hit me on that. Yo, put me on the show. All right, bro, I got you. All right, bro, I can pack that bitch out. All right, bro, I'll see you when you get there. And then they come and nobody came. Like, not a single soul came. And then I never see that artist again.
But that's secondhand embarrassment. Like, I can feel that because even at your last show, I was supposed to have a total of 13 bodies in that bitch. And I had maybe like 4 show up. So it's I can feel that and it's embarrassing, but this music shit, literally, you're gonna go through hoops and it's gonna test you. You know what I mean? Like, this shit really will make or break you. Like, there's no other way to put it. It will make or break you. So I mean, I can't lie. I've had tears. I've cried. I've been upset. You know what I mean? Didn't want to do shows no more. But when I sit and think, I'm like, yo, this is the shit that we sit and watch interviews and documentaries and shit. Like, we hear their stories. This is the go through, right? So it's like going through my story right now, and I'm gonna feel it. Like, I'm gonna feel what I'm feeling. You know what I mean? And I'm going through my story. This is my come up, and this is what it is. Like, I think if an artist can just have a different psyche, their process would be a little bit smoother, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm working on a lot, man. I'm working on a lot that'll keep you guys. I need, not saying anybody's lacking it, but I just want to make sure everybody's confidence is up high. I want to make sure everybody know what they're doing. I need to make sure everybody got their paperwork right, because this game with me, like I said, I'm 37 years old, but I've been doing this. I've been heavily involved since I was 14. I was DJing in nightclubs when I was 16 years old. You know what I'm saying? So it's been a minute. And as I got older, I noticed how many people stopped doing it. And the reasons be like, okay, so you don't do this no more because you got kids. Okay, I get it. Oh, you don't do this no more because you got married. Oh, I get it. Or you don't do this no more because you didn't make it. I get it. But if I felt like if I would have known what I know now, I might have been able to kind of get somebody going a little bit longer. You know what I'm saying? So instead of making this platform for you guys to perform, I think now it's time to bring out some round tables, some conversations, send you guys documents, send you guys some, literature and knowledge so you can go about this the right way. Because if I drop $3 on the floor and I say them for you, you just got to pick them up, you will pick them up. You wouldn't be like, no, I don't give a fuck about that $3. So I'm just saying that to say, like, you'll get all the money if you know it's available for you to get. I don't think a lot of people know all the ways they can get money. Like, every time you perform, you're supposed to get BMI royalties. You're supposed to get all this stuff coming into you every time you touch a stage. And because artists don't know that, that's why they look at the shows that we put together, me and the other promoters, they look at it like, I ain't getting nothing from it. Fam, it's so much you can get from it. One, I think your first mistake is as an artist, not you, as an individual. But I think the first mistake people make is they have no merch, they have no business cards, they perform, and as soon as they get done performing, they talk about how antisocial
I
they are.
literally have.
Yeah, bro, you supposed to get off that stage and all right, now you just heard me perform. Follow me on IG, network. Let's work together. Let's not collab on a song, but let's collab as a people. You know what I'm saying? And promote one another. People will get off that stage, bro. Go outside, go smoke the blunt. Get off stage, go outside, go drink some cheap ass alcohol. It's like, fam, what are you doing this
But
for?
listen, that's it's shit like that. That'll tell you if no one, because I don't ever go up to anybody. If you see me conversing with somebody after my performance, they came to me. Why? Because they like what they saw on the stage. 9 times out of 10, if you see that person go out in the back and do their thing and nobody approaches them, it's because they wasn't feeling it. You know what I mean? That's just 9 times out of 10. But I feel like me, there's never not one time that I perform and someone always comes up to me, regardless of the seconds. It's always like, yo, slide me your IG. Where can I find your music? You did good, whatever. People always come up to me, and that's just a part of, like, I don't know. I think I really just understand that I have a gift and that this is natural. And when it starts to feel like work, I leave it alone. I mean, so when you're a person who moves based off what connects and moves you in the moment.
We really talking. You know what I'm saying? So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna revisit this. We gonna wait till your project drop. and we gonna see how that first 2 weeks go, and then we're gonna check back in because I wanna create conversation. I know somebody somewhere is just getting off work, smoking, just got the kids to bed, and they gonna watch this and they gonna learn something from it. You know what I'm saying? Just from a DJ talking to an artist type shit.
Hope so. I would hope so.
Yeah. So I wanna keep creating these conversations. I saw. Let me say this too. I've always seen your message. I just didn't know. Okay, so last time I was on this like podcast promo run, I got really discouraged because so many people were saying, let's do a podcast. And there's people that's DMing me right now. That's DMing me right now. My phone, I put it over here so I can stop looking at it. And the question is, okay, what are we going to talk about? They're like, well, I'm hot. It's like, you may feel that way, but I need content. The people that's watching this, listening to this, don't want to hear us just have a conversation about, okay, who's your top 5? How did you get into making music? Even though we did talk about that, but it's like, if we can't converse, I don't have no notes. I'm just having a real one-on-one conversation with somebody. And I feel like if it's not a connection where I feel like I can be comfortable with having a one-on-one conversation, I think this platform isn't for you. And people don't understand that. Everybody's just so quick to want to just be on some shit.
Yeah, and see, I'm one of the people, like, I see everything you do, and I feel like, I don't know, I don't like to do shit that's hot in the moment. I don't like to hop on things that everyone is doing just because everyone's doing it. Like, that song that you heard, that 316 song, that's more like a New York feel, New York kind of drill. You can get sturdy to a type of vibe, but I didn't start doing like that type of vibe until now, and that's just because it connected and it moved me, and it just so happened to be, this much later. But I feel like, I don't know, I don't just hop on shit, or I'm not so quick to or eager to want to do something like it's hot. I feel that if I can bring something to the table, to the platform, whether it's natural or it's structured, you know what I mean? I can bring it. Again, like, my goal and my vision is bigger than the music. So everything that I do, I'm gonna do it, and it ain't gonna be half-assed. You feel me? So it could be a
Yeah, and I never would have known that. I didn't know how serious you took this until 45 minutes ago.
hey, and I feel like my presence on stage kind of shows how serious I take my music. But I guess,
Yeah, I didn't know how mentally
mm,
you were about it. Like, you're a good artist. I'm not gonna lie. Like, every time I've seen you, I'm like, shit, I gotta get this man his money. I gotta get this man his money. oh no, oh no, they're gonna be mad.
It ain't even like that for real. I swear, I just do it because I love it. This is a passion. Like this was my first. Like this, how serious I was. My first little EP, I made it a physical copy. Like bought a box of gold. You feel me? Like I made sure that everything was, you know,
Word.
you know. So I'm like, I know people don't really buy CDs and listen to CDs anymore, but it's just it's something memorable. It's something to have, something physical to have. Like you
Yeah,
know, I'm serious.
you got it,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, you got it. I'm really proud about this. Like I'm proud of this, and I'm proud of you, cause I know for a fact. I don't know when, but we definitely gonna look back at this and be like, "Yep, we knew it." You know what I'm saying? Like we knew
I
it.
know it's so crazy because it's like I feel like it's so close. I could cry. It's so close. I could taste it. I could touch it, see it. But it's like
Yeah, it's just gonna take you. You're gonna have to perform a lot. I know this may sound crazy and contradicting to everything we said before, but you're gonna have to perform a lot because it's gonna take somebody. You have to be in the right
I
room.
know.
It's all about once that right person's in the room that can really make something happen for you and change your life, then the rest is history. Now the biography starts. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. I do shows, honestly.
Yeah. So you gotta stay present. Because a lot of people, I don't. What's the name of the song? 619.
The when I performed,
Yeah.
316.
316. Sorry. I don't know if I would have had the same whoa if you would have been like, yo, I just emailed you a track, check it out, versus me seeing you perform on stage. Like I'm literally telling you, I sat down on the speaker and I heard you performing on the Nicki Minaj joint, and then when that second song came on, my eyes got big. Like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Like what is this? And the confidence you had while you was performing it, like you knew this was the shit, also made it. Damn, I'm like, what is my judges? What's popping? Like, what is y'all doing? You know what I'm saying?
Hey, I don't know.
But
That's
yeah,
why I'm saying it's hard. It's hard because, you know, we already know, like being a African American in today's society is not the easiest thing. But then also being a part of the LGBT community is also not the easiest thing. So um, when you're a double threat, you know, you have to come 10 times harder. And I just feel like a lot of the times because of who I am, um, people discredit me until they see what I deliver. But
I'm also proud of you for that too, though. I'm really proud. You threw them butterfly ass glasses on on the ground.
yeah, because they got caught, and
Yeah,
it's like I don't got time to sit here and play this game. Like, just it is what it is.
yeah. I noticed that. Like, it's the small things I noticed. You know what I'm saying? If I had $800,000, I guarantee everybody would have walked out. But yeah, I just wanna in the future soon. I'm starting a nonprofit, probably within because I didn't even know that cost money.
Mm.
But I'm starting a nonprofit real soon. I'm doing a 602-day event June 2nd at Maya.
The day I dropped my thing.
Yeah. Yeah. That's dope. I didn't even think about that. But I'm gonna donate, 60% of the proceeds from the event to Phoenix Children's Hospital. And then, from that event moving forward, I'm gonna start doing this more party for a cause kind of thing. And once I do that, then I'm going to have these conversations with people that they're gonna feel obligated to show up because it's like I'm tricking them. I'm tricking the system. I don't know why I'm saying that now, but I'm really just tricking the system so I can get these artists. So now when you come to Roc The Mic Wednesdays, let's say in September, we ain't judging. You just got some celebrity figure just listening to you, and like I paid this person or this person came just to have an interaction with the crowd to get these people some conversations that they wouldn't have on a regular when they just shot you a DM. I want to provide better opportunities for these artists. Not trying to say that it's not opportunities that's already in the city, but I just really I'm fed up because as an artist I get it. I'm so fed up of just people not being able to like bless up from doing all this hard work. It takes like you creating, you sitting down writing your music, you recording your music. That shit all takes time and money. And it's just unfair to just always consistently do it. And you look back, I file my taxes under my DJ name.
Oh shit.
So So when I'm filing my taxes and I gotta put all these things down, if me and you talk about business, that's a business meeting. That's a tax write off. You know what I'm saying? Every time you wear your shirt and it say J on it, that's work clothes. That's a uniform.
On God.
Every time you drive somewhere, that's mileage and gas. You can get all that back. And I just feel like artists don't know
And
that.
I feel like those are the things that being an that's what I'm saying. Like I'm at a point now, the music is there. It's there. I'm at a point now where I need to evolve. I need like management. I need people to start helping me, like, with this because sitting down and designing your own merch and you know pushing it out and making a website to sell it and booking your own shows and making your own artwork, writing your own lyrics, all of that is it's a lot. And so at one point you're like, I just need to make the music. I can't do all this extra shit. Like I just need to make the music. So I'm at that point now where it's starting to get it's starting to become a lot because I am doing it all by myself.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep.
I'm
Yep.
definitely I agree with what you're saying. It's
Yep. That's what I'm saying with this union. But I'm gonna have more details soon because you are the third person I talked to today that had the same. They're worrying about the same issue, and I told the previous person that you can't do once you become an artist, you become a brand, and there's no such thing as a brand not having a team. You know what I'm saying? So you need it. I mean, in reality, you need a team. There's no way that you can just do all this by yourself. It's not even physically possible. You know, you can do it, and it may feel good. It may, when you start making money off of it, but you just realize how much time you shaved off your life. And even if it's a minute, that's a minute too less. You know what I'm saying? To where I want my minute. I want every minute I
That's
got.
what I'm saying.
So, yeah. So I'm gonna work on it, man. If I can just send out a PDF file or just something, I really want to be able to. I want all y'all to just win, especially the ones that I feel is passionate. I know this it because how old are you now?
I'll be 23 in November.
Yeah, man. Like do this shit the right way. Do this shit the right way, cause I know you're not. I'm speaking to the artist, but if you find yourself been doing this since you be 21 years old, and now you 36 and you still ain't got nothing from it, it's like, fam, you really just wasted a lot of. You never gonna get that back.
Hell no, you ain't gonna see me. That's what I'm saying. There's a difference between rappers and artists. A lot of them niggas just be rappers. Like, oh yeah, man, I got a little no, nigga, no. Like this,
Yeah.
no, like no. So I feel like I already know what I have. A lot of those people don't have visions. So I have my
Yep.
vision
Yep.
and I have my goal and I know what it is. This
Vision boards, goals, all that shit need to be on the table and checked.
right. This is plan A and B. It ain't no if, ands, buts, or what's. No, what happens if no. This is if I gotta be a crazy motherfucker to chase my dreams, I'm gonna be the craziest one. You feel me? It's just like
Is that why you call it? It's like when I call you to the stage, is it J Music or J?
I mean, it really just says J, but I don't mind J music. But
Why is it J Music? Because is the brand part about it,
I'm
or
part about it. Yeah, like when I feel like I'm promoting myself, it's that J music. You know what I mean? But
that's hard.
if I'm on stage and I'm introducing myself, I'm gonna say J. You know what I mean? But the merch, the music, the CDs, all that extra shit is gonna be that J music. You feel me?
Yeah, that's hard. Okay. All right. Well, for the people that don't know, man, tell them where they can find you at.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram. You can find me everywhere you listen to music. That's JJAAE. Any socials is J Music. That's with two Q's, no C. Yeah, man, holla at me. You dropping a new mixtape June 2nd. It's called Timestamp. Coming soon.